She entered a bunker to escape an attack, but just a few minutes later, the shelter itself would become a deadly trap. Thalita do Valle was born in the city of Ribeirão Preto, in the Brazilian state of São Paulo, and moved to the state capital while she was still a child. She worked as a child actress in theater productions, and at the age of 18, she began working as a photographic model. She became involved in animal rights and joined groups dedicated to protecting pit bulls. She was also a first responder, took firearms training courses in Brazil, and studied law. She took part in humanitarian and rescue missions. She was involved in operations responding to major disasters. She joined a team of first responders after the Samarco Dam disaster in Mariana, Brazil, which killed 19 people in November 2015. She also participated in search and rescue operations following the Brumadinho disaster, which left 270 people dead in January 2019. She also took part in rescue efforts in Petropolis. But there is one image of her that seems almost impossible to reconcile with the ending of this story, because Thalita's life was about to change completely. In 2019, she traveled to Iraq. Working alongside Kurdish Peshmerga forces, she received military training and specialized in precision shooting while fighting extremism in Iraq and Syria. But according to her family, her main purpose was something else: saving lives. And then came Ukraine. In 2022, Thalita traveled to the country to work as a first responder, but she eventually found herself in the Kharkiv region, in the middle of the war, alongside other Brazilian volunteers. She had only been in Ukraine for a few weeks. Thalita avoided talking to her relatives because cell phone activity was being monitored by Russian drones. She would call only to let them know she was okay. 1 week before her death, during an exchange of messages, Thalita even told her mother that she was thinking about returning to Brazil. Her last contact with her family took place on the afternoon of June 27, 2022. On the afternoon of June 30th, 2022, an attack struck the location where the group was staying. To survive, the fighters ran for cover, a bunker, but the attack sparked a fire, and smoke began pouring into the shelter. Thalita was left behind. And then something happened that would make the story even more heartbreaking. 40-year-old Brazilian Douglas Búrigo realized that she had not managed to get out, and he went back. He went back to try to save his fellow volunteer, but he died too. Thalita was 39 years old and had been in Ukraine for only 3 weeks. A woman who had spent much of her life running toward dangerous places to help other people ended up trapped inside a burning bunker. And perhaps that is the hardest detail of all to forget. Thalita's family waited 8 months to receive her ashes and accused authorities of neglect, saying that her personal belongings were never returned. This was the story of Thalita do Valle.